Hello everybody, welcome back to Path of Nostalgia. This video we're looking at sort of an underrated classic. Sort of a very forgotten 80s animated British show from the mid-80s. We are looking at James the Cat. If you wonder why the curtains close, the sun's blinding a little bit. The sun's decided to come out through the clouds, through the grey clouds all of a sudden. Who knows? Right, let's go into James the Cat. So James the Cat is a sort of British animated show from 1984, and it was broadcast. And from what I remember, it was broadcast on Grampian. Was it Grampian Television? It's sort of interesting because it's fully remembered. However, it's very forgetful as well because no one talks about this at all, and it has a very limited release, as I will discuss. So let's just go into the story of James the Cat. So James the Cat is basically the character of James, who's like a black and white cat. He's from a rich family, and obviously in the beginning of the episode, something called New Friends, obviously the family leave him behind, and he's left in this empty big house somewhere in London somewhere, and he's basically starting to live in the big wild colourful garden that is, which is inhabited by some other animals, which includes Frida, which is a kangaroo, Dennis, who, funny enough, is actually sort of related to an interesting part of James's family, because his interest was go to Wales to live with his grandmother. I think his grandmother's auntie in a castle somewhere, and obviously he sent a letter, and obviously Grandma has replied. However, in doing so, she sends him back this dragon called Dennis. For whatever reason, who knows? Then you got someone called Miss Lavender, who's a snail, and you've got a French frog called Citron. Who calls a frog that? Or a character Citron? And there's a crazy, slightly deranged rabbit called Rocky as well, that lives in the garden as well. So quite interesting few characters, like they all live in this garden together, and there's go on adventures, like either go to a seaside, they learn about learning about stones, and also about thunderstorms, which is interesting. And obviously the animation's really good, and the narration itself is not bad actually. The guy who does it, Sean somebody, can't remember the last name, but first name Sean, did an interesting job. He gives that sort of poshness to James's voice. He gives that sort of like, "Hello, my name's James," or something like that. That sort of smooth type of style, and especially with the Austrian accent with Frida, the crazy sort of like, I don't know how Rocky sounds, but sort of crazy and a bit more upbeat, if you say. They have Dennis, who's Welsh, has a Welsh accent. You got Citron, who is obviously French, very much. The British do their own interpretation of a French accent. Yeah. Now, one thing is, this is actually not one series. There's actually 2 seasons, very much, of this. Actually, it takes a while with each season. Obviously, the first season was broadcast in 1984. The second season didn't broadcast until 1998. Reason being because of this. There's an interesting reason why I'll tell this now, actually. So obviously, originally in 1984, it was done by Grampian Television. Obviously, they did a season. I don't know how many episodes there are, but there's a few lurking around somewhere on YouTube. And it sort of came and went. However, in the late 90s, a television executive known as Britt Allcroft actually formed a production company called Gullion Entertainment, and she obtained the rights to James the Cat, along with some others which I'll talk about later on. And they brought it back in 1988 with a full season for about, I don't know how many episodes was there, about 25 if I remember. So I was about one at the time when this was broadcast on CITV. They broadcast on CITV at the time, because children's television has to be broadcast on CITV at some point, probably about after 3 or somewhere around after 3. That's what they were saying. And there was a little bit of changes with this show. Well, first things first is the animation is still the same. It's still the same look as the original. However, the narrator has changed. Sean, somebody now came back for it. However, we end up getting with Alistair McGowan. Alistair McGowan at that time was working on Spain Image. He was doing, like, think about I would say about 92 to 95. He was doing it, and obviously he was doing other stuff as well. He's a good impressionist. He is, Alistair McGowan, a good actor, great comedian, good comedy actor, and obviously he provides the narration to it, which is quite good actually. I mean, it's sort of in the same vein as what the previous season had done, and yeah, so it felt the same. However, interesting enough, I think if this is right or not, James's character sort of changed slightly. I mean, for what we gather, he's just a typical posh cat from a rich family who now lives in an empty house and makes friends with people in this wonderful, fantastical garden. Where in the second season, he becomes a VIP. Or, no, he actually becomes a diplomat. Wait, a diplomat? Seriously? I mean, how does that happen? And obviously he and his friends travel around the world doing other stuff, doing celebrities and stuff. It's like going in, it's like, it's just loads to do with celebrities really. But funny enough, there is no episodes of this show at all. Try and find if you try and find James Cat 1988, I think you probably won't have a chance looking for an episode of this. There's only one snippet of a little bit of a segment of the show, which is like a CITV continuity from 98 or 99, and it shows a little bit at the end, and it cuts away, and that's about it really. So for the second season, very hard to get, and basically, like I mentioned before in the beginning of the video, it is James Cat had a very limited release. I mean, there's only one VHS of him out there, pretty much, that was released in the mid-80s, I think 85, 86 it was released. Big bulky, big box, red, something like that, what I've seen. And it only contains about 4 or 5 episodes, and that's it. So he had a very limited release, no DVD release of the show whatsoever. Though it was advertised in a poster for Gully Entertainment, which this is how I came across James the Cat. There's a DVD that I've got somewhere in this house that contains a poster of the Gully Entertainment. Basically, it's a DVD released by Gully Entertainment, produced by it, and inside the inlay, inside the sleeve, there is a poster, or sort of a advert for shows for Gully Entertainment, what they've been releasing, and it contains 5 of them, and James Cat was one of them actually, and I never knew what this character was. I remember there was 2 of them that I remember, obviously 2 childhood favourites. They were on there, and there was 3 others which I've never seen before. Like these 3 were animated, and obviously, and I thought they were interesting, but I never looked into it. When I was a kid, when I was younger, I never looked into it. It wasn't until about, I would say, looking for plans again, 2012. I thought maybe look for some inspiration. And I basically found this, and I watched the episodes of the early 84 episodes, and I thought, this is interesting. The theme's good, and I saw the animation style and the look of him I thought was interesting. I mean, to me, I saw a picture of him like being voiced by Stephen Fry for some reason. I don't know why, but and I wish you would actually, because if you did maybe a special television special, and if you had that character, add Stephen Fry's voice, because there's something about that character that you can just add to something. I can just picture it now actually, and still can. I thought this is a picture, I just can picture Fry's voice with that character. I don't know why. It's just sort of the mannerisms, I think, or something like I think like a bit of an eccentricity, I would say, with that character. Though I don't think his interest isn't sort of, though, I don't know, who knows. Yeah, so that's how I came across this character very much, and just sort of know about him since, really. So that's the end of the video. Sorry for the warbling. So that's me talking about James the Cat from '84. It ran for 2 seasons, which first season came from '84, second season, 98, and came from 2 different production companies, though it remained the same, albeit some slight changes. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next video.